Welcome, everyone. We have, of course, Dortha Hise and Dr. Carolina Billings. We are your publishers behind PWT Publishing. How many times? This is a drinking game, by the way. Every time we say publishing, shoot it up, baby. It's the end of the year. So we thought we'd get together to celebrate everything, all things publishing. And by the way, that means everything. That means video, that means books, that means ebooks, that means any way that we can possibly communicate. Podcasting, that is publishing. So we are super excited. We have so many projects ahead that we thought we introduce them and tell you why we're excited about them, and we'll get going. So Dorothy, of course, is our editorial director, and she is the boss. She's the person that decides, hey, nay, not good enough, or this would be cool to have. So welcome, Dorothy.
It's the thing from Gladiator, right?
We're not worthy.
Hardly.
So we start with, of course, one of the streams, or one of the verticals that we have been so excited this year, which is the World Organization of Energy and Frequency Medicine. And I was floored, absolutely floored at the interest, and both from the practitioners and clinicians that really want to find a home for alternative, which really ought to be mainstream healing. This is natural. This is about your best self, best life. So Dortha, we have the first issue around the corner. We're kicking off the year with our WEFM magazine.
Yep.
Tell us what your vision and thoughts are for our first issue.
Well, I think, the first foot forward is always, an educational component. I think bringing this to the mainstream, like you were saying, is one of the quintessential cornerstones of what energy and frequency medicine really is about. So I think just really it's a platform for people to learn about different modalities that they may not have ever heard of, but to become informed and to start learning, start practicing, start bringing some of these things into their own lives. And that's kind of my big vision for what this magazine is going to represent, and the work that's in it, myself included. The work that's in it is just, it's so beneficial. All we need to do is just embrace it and actually utilize it.
Yeah. What I love about it is, not being a medical practitioner, the other kind of doctor.
The other doctor.
Academic and a researcher, of course, in Doctor of Humanitarian Services. What I love about it is that we often think of medicine as a cure. This is medicine as a lifestyle. This is healing and habits and practices as a lifestyle. And we do have psychologists and doctors and naturopaths and all kinds of traditional medicine practicing that now know, and they practice a more natural, gentle, everyday lifestyle for your best self, best life. So we're really looking forward. That is our first issue of the year. So we are super, super excited. Let's go on to some of our new expansion of our niche is when we begin to get a lot of interest from a specific demographic. We of course say yes. We love feedback. Feedback is a gift. And we are launching our Prime Best Year's Best Life. And that is for 60 plus men and women. Because our traditional magazines, Powerful Women Today, which we're going to talk about soon, is, you're still a little bit younger, more of the 45 to, 60. And then it was like a complete different, you're not working, you're an empty nester, you're looking into your body's different, right? So we're looking at Prime. So what are your thoughts on this exciting expansion?
Well, I think it's a huge opportunity for people who are in this particular arena of the population, for them to have something specifically that's not like, oh, you're retired, oh, you're this. Like, this is a whole, I mean, it kind of pivots the same lifestyle, if you will, from what we just talked about with WOEFM. And I think it's really kind of embracing and embodying, hey, like 60 is the new fill in the blank, whatever that, catchy thing is, right?
50,
Yes,
really.
there we go. Okay, there you go.
We've shifted at least a decade.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it gives, I feel excited about it because I think it gives depth and breadth to, and maybe a little like breathing a bit of life into this population, because just because you're retired or just because you're an empty nester or you're this or you're that doesn't mean that life's over, and it doesn't mean it's the thing that defines you. It just means it's a new chapter.
Yeah, one of the things I am most passionate about Prime is that, thank God for Gen Z and millennials that, are digital natives, and they are so ready to share all their insights, all their learning, all their successes. But for Gen X and the boomer generation, and, to some degree, the great generation, because,
Mhm.
we look at 80-year-olds now and it's like, well, they're ruling our world. And what I find is that because we didn't grow up with a camera pointing at us, we're not as comfortable, and we're just not as interested to some degree in sharing
Yeah,
all of the knowledge we've got. Like,
and we
it's
have a
so
lot.
important, because once we progress, down the rainbow, that knowledge could be lost. And
Yeah,
is we are the last generation that remembers, Gen X and boomers, what it was like before social media, what it was like before, computers on every desk, and the critical thinking and the discernment that this generation has is by far a skill that is slowly dying. And with so much misinformation, with so much, you know, algorithmic
magic.
steering, that we need that clarity. We
Mm.
need those voices that remember, like, no, that's not how it happened, right? And
Mhm.
so we're looking to Prime to really share all of that wealth of knowledge to and from 60 plus. So we're pretty excited about it, which brings us to our baby, since we're excited about
She's
it.
so pretty.
What started it all? Our Powerful Women Today magazine, which took a hiatus in the summer, and I'll tell you why. But anyways, um, PWT magazine is strong, and I want to take a second, Dortha, to thank our friends, family, subscribers, followers, champions, which I really don't like the word followers, more of a champion, because our last publication was our spring summer, and we took a hiatus for summer fall because we were working on the expansions, and people are still subscribing. People are still following and joining our groups, and thank you, because it adds that little bit of guilt that is, darn it, we need to get back to it, right? So what do we have coming up around the corner for Powerful Women Today?
Oh my gosh, what do we not have coming up for this? I feel like because we took that little break, we have a lot of things in the hopper as far as, oh, that would be a great topic for the magazine. Oh, that would be a great topic for the magazine. So we have a very long ongoing list of topics, and please feel free to share. If you want us to cover something or there's something of interest to you, please reach out to us, because like Carolina said, we do love feedback, and we definitely are listening always, not like the algorithms. You won't see ads about PWT in your feed after this. We could only hope our magic was that strong.
Will be.
It
From
will be.
your mouth to
We're
God's
working on it.
ears.
That's right. We're
Now,
working on it.
that being said, what we have around the bend that we're super excited is that we are our PWT Global network and Powerful Women Today magazine. We stream. Up until now, we've been streaming publishing, right? We stream to all the social media channels, but they're usually short form, about 10, 20 minutes max. So we are going to have a longer format, 60 minutes, a podcast really, where we can get deeper into conversation. So they're really more of a panel, more of a conversation. So of course, it's linked to the magazine. So this is, that's Powerful Women Today started it all. So Powerful Women Today is starting our, upgrade into longer format discourse.
Mm-hmm.
So yay to that. Of course, we have our Prosperous Living Today magazine, which is an issue that just got added to LinkedIn. It was offered as a download on Amazon. And of course, you can subscribe and get all these magazines in your inbox. As soon as they come out, they are all no charge because it fulfills our mission of removing barriers to entry and success. So Prosperous Living Today is really the brother to Powerful Women Today, because we kept getting a lot of requests from gentlemen that wanted more men content or non-gender, more gender neutral content. So Prosperous Living Today became the crystallization of that, and is all about wellness and success for both men and women. So Dortha, this was your first issue as an editorial director. You were former our creative director, and now, of course, we've all moved up a notch. And so, what did it feel like to now see it from the editorial,
Desk.
gate?
The editorial desk. It felt. I mean, because I think we have such a process and flow, it didn't feel hugely different other than like what the actual responsibilities were. So instead of looking at it from the layout standpoint, it was more like, okay, where is this going to fit? And does this make sense? Does it logistically flow here?
Mm-hmm.
And wait, hold on, this article sounds like it was written weirdly, or, like looking at it from those kind of glasses, if you will. Which I, by the way, got new glasses. So nice tie-in.
Just for the job.
That's right. Just for the job you want. And I think also it kind of does carry a little bit of additional responsibility, right? There's an additional weight of, okay, my name is behind the editorial now. Like I need to make sure what's going out is representative of what the brand is, and that this is I guess it's the little brother, but I feel like it's the big brother. It's the big secret brother, the big brother, wasn't it? Like the one that never really was around.
They're twins.
He was born first.
They're twins. One was born a couple of years ahead. Is with AI, right? Part of the brilliance of our magazines is that they are everyday thought leaders that are mentor experts, and it's curated, right? These are not people that just go to any kind of artificial intelligence, and try to be something they're not. These are practitioners, and these are clinicians and licensed professionals, and self-made millionaires that when they're telling you, they're not simply just queuing up a prompt, right?
Yeah.
The real deal. So we take that very, very close to heart. And I have to tell you, it makes all the difference to work with trusted and vetted practitioners because the quality, just the
Mhm.
quality is incredible.
Yeah.
So let's see, what else do we have in the magazine world? We actually have a very exciting announcement, and then we will move out of magazines and into our core publishing up until now, which has been our anthologies. But before we depart magazines, we have a very special celebration and announcement. And that is that we are beginning to publish magazines for other people, which we had not done up until now. It's been like our expression, right? Like just to do our mission and vision and social impact. So we were approached by the Christian Entertainment Network, which is primarily in the US, but it's global. And they like what we do and how we do it. So they had requested and engaged us, I guess, not so much a request, but more of an engagement, commission is the word,
Mm.
for us to curate content and publish their magazine. So is their public imprint, CEN World, which stands for Christian Entertainment Network. They're a network of talent of all kinds of Christian entertainment and professionals and really talent for their ever-growing Christian audience and community. So they have requested, although PWT is an organization of faith, not necessarily any given denomination. Um, we we trust their messaging, and Dorothy and I deliberated at length, and it aligns with our values. It aligns with the social impact that we wish to see in the world. So we are very proud and very honored to be trusted with such a powerful message.
Mm.
So CEN World is their magazine, and it's coming out in the first quarter of 2026. And we are so excited. And you'll hear more about it because we'll have their CEO, Sherry Jo Watkins. She was part of our Energy and Frequency Summit. So we've been collaborating for a while now to make sure that we're simpatico and that we operate the same way or similar ways, that we have the same work ethics and values. And yay, it's now coming to fruition. So Dorothy,
Woohoo.
you're still our editorial director. So
Yeah.
what's your hope and vision for it?
Well, I think, as it is with any production, just coming in and really being able to hold what their vision is for what they want to put out into the world is kind of what I take my responsibility in this particular role with this entity. So, like with anybody that we partner with, whether it's an anthology, a single author production, it's really like stepping into the shoes of, okay, like what's the vision and allow me to hold that alongside you. And then also be able to like gently nudge you, hey, that's remember you said this and like we need to keep it to that. So I think I'm excited about it, and I think it's gonna be a really fun partnership to
Yeah,
explore and
I'm
navigate.
really
Yeah.
excited too. And there's such good people.
Mm.
You know, I'm excited. I
Yeah.
am completely excited. So
Yeah.
let's go to our anthologies. These are
Mm.
house anthologies, which is comprised of mentor experts, but also other professionals that wish to collaborate with our existing team. And as you guys know, we always do a best-selling campaign, and we make sure that the goal is to get it into as many eyes and hands and ears as possible. So we're starting the year with helping without harming, and it's really the new rules of healthful impact and support. And we think the beginning of the year is the great way to go. I mentioned AI and ChatGPT before. And there's these movements that is like, you don't need a coach, you can have AI as your coach. You don't need a therapist, you don't need a doctor for that matter. We were just speaking with Dr. Levin and Dr. Lundstein about that now it's like, oh, ChatGPT can, or sorry, AI, I'm not picking on ChatGPT, large language models, that they can do a diagnosis as good as a doctor. And it's like, I'm telling you, we're not there yet. We may be there in God knows how many years, but we're not there yet.
Yeah.
So this anthology is super helpful because it's not only for practitioners, but also for those that wish to help someone that they love and that they care about. So how to help yourself and how to help others without harming, because it's never by intent. Like, most people don't set out to try to harm, but it's knowing how to help that is really the key, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on
Well, I'm having this whole thing in the back of my head, this whole dialogue unfolding about the directive on was it on Star Trek or no? One of them. I can't.
Star Trek? Yeah,
Yeah. Do no harm. This is what's
no harm, but that's
it's something along those lines, and that's what's in the back of my mind right now, because I'm thinking, like, if we would all just sort of take that mindset and, like, before we start anything with a prompt anywhere, to just really, come at it with compassion, be in a space of, like, curiosity and that critical thinking you were mentioning earlier. Those two elements will take us so far. And I think this book is going to be amazing and an amazing resource.
timing of it. I am so excited. So we
Mhm.
will see that Q1. We'll see that in the bookshelves for sale, for consumption. And of course, there's always a mentor expert showcase. So you get to hear them, and you get to see what their methodology is. Because we all need to find a practitioner that aligns with us, right?
Yeah.
Just because it works for someone else doesn't mean it'll work with you. So you do you. That you're you're the expert at you.
On you.
Later in the year, of course, we got the second edition of our bestsellers. These were international bestsellers. We got Midlife with a Crisis, that it was, thriving through changes, renewal, and reinvention. That was such a global bestseller. I think we hit number one in like 8 Amazon markets. So we're really looking forward to the second edition, just because it was 2 years ago, right?
Already. It's flown by.
I know, right? A lot has changed. And from last year, we, of course, did Success Without Burnout, another global bestseller. And we are doing the second edition. So we're in the process of accepting applications, because we only take 15 to 20 authors. And we have to be very careful who they are. And there's a lot of vetting, there's a lot of curating that goes through before you guys get to enjoy yet another, hopefully another bestseller. So those are the two second editions that we're looking forward to. And as Dortha said, we produce, single solo book projects. Apparently she's the editorial editor. I can't get words out of my mouth. And you know what, your message, be it a practitioner, be it fundraising, that you're using a book to fundraise, or just getting your message right, part of your messaging out. That's what we're here for. We publish with purpose in mind, and we make sure that rising voices and sung heroes are heard and they're seen, and that you're building your impact, your visibility, your impact, and your legacy. And that is what we have for you for the coming year. Let me put that one back there because I really like it.
I like it too. It's very soothing.
I know, right? Even the static. So
Mhm.
I just want to thank everybody who supported us through the year. You know, we do publish multimedia. All of our publications are really multi-mode, multimedia. And we will continue to leverage technology. Dortha is a specialist at automation and all things AI and all things um, really user experience.
Yes.
Really, she sees things that I'm like, okay, we'll do it this way, and she's like, I don't think people are going to be able to read that. So, anyways, we're so excited. I want to thank you, and I want to thank the rest of the team. It's not just Dortha and I. We do have a team, and it takes every single every single one of you, every single one of us, to make this happen. And we wish you absolutely success in the coming year, getting your message to the world and sharing messages that you find useful, trusted, and helpful. So thank you for everything, and as always, big love. And Dortha, from you.
Gosh, how do I on the heels of that? Yeah, what she said. And and yeah, I mean, really, from the bottom of my heart, I feel like the passion and the purpose and the just the joy of being able to be in the production of these magazines and projects. Also, though, it goes beyond that to relationship and the community that we have and the people who step forward when we ask, and the people that volunteer to do things and like share, and the champions that Carolina mentioned early on. We couldn't do all of the things that we do without our team that she mentioned, and also without each of you. So thank you, and looking forward to an amazing, prosperous, healthy, fun, productive, kick-ass year ahead. So yeah.
And so shall be written, so shall be done. So
That's right.
thank you, everyone, and wishing you the absolute best. Thanks. Until next time.